We all know borderland traffic is growing thicker as multiple construction projects strangle the normal commute. But what you might not know is researchers are measuring all that time you spend stuck behind the wheel.
ABC-7's Josie Ortegon has some surprising numbers about the time and money we lose stuck in traffic. It's tonight's special report.
An hour and a half every day, maybe 2.
15-20 minutes.
Research shows El Pasoans spend far more time than that stuck behind the wheel. Since 1982, researchers at Texas A&M and traffic data firm INRIX have released an annual traffic scorecard for urban cities.
Tracking congestion and mobility over time is important to get a feel for how are we doing, how are conditions deteriorating versus how are they improving.
Researcher David Schrank says El Paso has it better than Dallas, Houston, and Austin. Fuel consumption, commuter stress index, and annual time spent in traffic are all not so bad here.
New numbers show the typical El Pasoan spent an average of 33 hours stuck in traffic. It's the same number we saw in 2013, and it's a figure Schrank says could have been a lot worse.
The fact that those numbers are not going down despite all of the work that's going on tells me that El Paso is feeling a lot of the same things Texas is feeling, which is an increased demand for transportation.
TxDOT District Engineer Bob Bielig says the recovering economy, higher employment, and a growing population puts more cars and trucks on the road.
That's time that people could be spending with their families. They could be doing lots of other things. That's what we look at. Is there a way that we can minimize the increase in that time?
El Paso's commuter stress index measures a 1.22. It's how much longer it takes you to travel during peak hours to a busy area. So a 5 p.m. drive from your neighborhood to downtown El Paso will likely take you 25 minutes longer than at 2 in the afternoon. Time is money. The report found El Pasoans spend 16 gallons of excess fuel sitting in traffic.
So what are the effects of the daily commute for a local business? Let's find out.
It does affect you because you're spending more money on gasoline and you're paying your employee more time to come and go.
Mary Reyes at Casablanca Flower Shop says her drivers have to be efficient.
It takes a little bit longer to make our deliveries, especially on the east side.
One of her drivers takes shortcuts to save time and gas, staying off busy roads like I-10 and US 54.
I mean, when you're stuck in this, you can either sit in it or you can exit and find an alternate route.
Bielig says construction on the America's Interchange, Border West Expressway, and the GO 10 project will eventually improve mobility and congestion. But projects can last anywhere from 3 to 10 years. TxDOT tries to plan years in advance, but as El Paso grows, Bielig says it's hard to tell what the future holds.
We continue to grow economically. It could get a lot worse. Because we just don't have that many alternatives.
Josie Ortegon, ABC-7.
A former UTEP head basketball coach returned to the Don Haskins Center tonight to take on the Miners. The highlights later in sports.
And controversial artwork. We'll tell you why a mural in East El Paso has some residents upset. We'll also hear from the